This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Netflix. Go to netflix.com/TYT for an awesome free trial membership.
Remember Shirley Sherrod, the Obama agriculture employee who was wildly incorrectly outed for what she didn't say, for misrepresenting what she said in front of the NAACP? So let's go back to July. I loved this story. Let's go back to July of this year, just back to July of this year. And Megyn Kelly, who is a host of Fox show, and she's also one of their legal analysts. She's on the O'Reilly Factor with Bill O'Reilly. And Bill O'Reilly wants to know, again, 4 years after this obvious violation of the Hatch Act by Karl Rove and the Bush administration, Bill O'Reilly wants to ask Megyn Kelly whether it's possible that this fairly insignificant, my apologies to Shirley Sherrod, whether this fairly insignificant Agriculture Department employee, Shirley Sherrod, violated the Hatch Act with her speech in front of the NAACP. So here's Bill O'Reilly first introducing Megyn Kelly and setting it up by playing you a little clip of Shirley Sherrod. Here's Bill O'Reilly back in July of last year.
In addition to her exposition on race, Shirley Sherrod made some political comments to the NAACP audience.
I haven't seen such mean-spirited people as I've seen lately over this issue of health care.
All right.
Some of the racism we thought was buried didn't it surface? Now, we endured 8 years of the Bushes, and we didn't do the stuff these Republicans are doing because you have a black president.
Well, it seems to me very clear that Shirley Sherrod is trying to raise money for Democratic candidates. Anyway, so that's obviously going to be the point that Bill O'Reilly takes. We can see that coming. So the next thing he does is brings on Fox legal analyst and incredibly good-looking legal analyst, Megyn Kelly.
Now, the Hatch Act prohibits federal employees from politicking while on the job. So did Ms. Sherrod violate the act? Here now, attorney, Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly. You see her daily on America Live at 1 p.m. So what say you?
So there you go. Bill O'Reilly has brought in Megyn Kelly. He's explained the Hatch Act. So while on the job, can federal employees sort of use their federal status to look to raise money and solicit and work for candidates for office? Obviously, he's got a Fox, he's got the 1 o'clock host on Fox, America Live, or whatever it is they call that frickin' show. And he's got Megyn Kelly. She's an attorney on, and he asks her, Megyn, what say you? Obviously, she's on Fox. We know her answer.
So what say you?
I say no.
What? What the hell just happened? That can't possibly be what I just heard. What? Yeah. Do we get that wrong? That can't be. All right. Anyway, so here's the rest of Megyn Kelly's answer.
The Hatch Act basically prohibits federal employees from engaging in political activity while on duty. So was she on duty here? No, she was at an NAACP event.
Let me stop you. Why was she invited to that event?
That doesn't matter. You have to be acting in your official capacity, doing your official job duties, supposed to be doing your official job duties.
So the law, is that narrowly drawn?
It's very narrowly drawn.
Okay.
The Hatch Act really prohibits only the most egregious cases. What they're trying to get at is stopping someone from using the power of the federal government to pressure other employees or others into donating to a political candidate in particular, or getting behind
like the unions do.
So Bill O'Reilly, what the unions do, the unions who aren't the federal government, Megyn Kelly won't be budged, using the political power of the federal government to pressure other federal employees to donate money to political candidates. That's the Hatch Act. That's exactly what Karl Rove did and the Office of Political Affairs. That's precisely what they did. That's precisely what the Office of Special Counsel has found that they did. Exactly what's happened. But Bill O'Reilly, of course, now, even though that story had long been out, he won't bring that up, but he mentions the unions. It's painful. It's painful. And of course, but Megyn Kelly, God bless her, she's unmoved by anything. But Bill O'Reilly, of course, he'll keep going, he'll keep trying, but never in a million years will he mention the name Karl Rove. Continue.
And I bet if you went back to the Bush administration, you'd find a lot of people who would say...
Well, that's what I asked Laura Ingraham. I mean, you know, is that disqualification? Well, you can go back all the way to...
You're allowed in this country, just because you become a government official, it doesn't mean you sacrifice your First Amendment rights. You're allowed to have
as long as it's 4:30, not 4 o'clock.
So I like it that just at the end of that, Bill O'Reilly gets in a little dig suggesting that federal employees all get off at 4 o'clock. So it's okay to do it 4:30. All right. So anyway, of course, the Justice Department saying that, by the way, the punishment for the Hatch Act is dismissal. All those guys from the Bush administration are gone, so the Justice Department isn't going to pursue it because they want the Obama administration looking forward. They never want to go back. They always want to go forward. As Cenk pointed out, I think correctly on MSNBC, you rob a bank, you just want to say, oh, no, I'm looking forward. We're not looking backwards, so don't prosecute me for the crime. I just thought this was an interesting way to look at the Hatch Act by seeing how Fox News dealt with it back in 2004 by going after Shirley Sherrod, but not Karl Rove.
Get a load of Netflix. They deliver the movie to your house, no late charges, free shipping.
You can watch thousands of movies or TV shows straight on your PC or on your television through a gaming console.
Netflix.com/TYT. Free trial membership. You get Netflix all over you.